Okay, now we're on air. It said going live for a long time. Hey guys, it's Elizabeth. I'm back. We've been gone for about a month, and we're here with who?
Drea VSG.
I wanted you to say it first, so I said Drea. So we're so thrilled to have you here today, and thank you for accepting my somewhat last-minute request to be on the show. You were on our list, but I had just gotten behind and kind of following up with people.
Oh, no, thank you so much. I really, truly, it's an honor.
Well, everybody's super excited for you to be here. I don't know that we've gotten this many questions in a long time. I need to put out there, Scotty isn't here. George Clooney is not going to be joining us tonight. He had something come up that was really important that he had to take care of. So even after he did something that no one has ever done for me before, he's not going to be here. This morning, I usually do a run of show for the show, but I like put it off to the very last minute because that's kind of how I work. This morning, he sent me a message and he had done it for me, which was the most awesome thing ever. And then now he's not even going to be here. But I did put his little Canada magnet that he gave me when I met him. So he's here in
spirit.
So you're gonna just have to deal with me trying to do this by myself. So I have the Q&A screen up. You should be able to see that. That would be my preference for questions tonight, just because it's hard to be the only person here and look at my cell phone and Facebook and Drea and seem like I'm paying attention. So that would be my preference, but if you can't do that, you can text me at 714-625-5663, because everybody says I always say it too fast. So why don't you give us your stats to start out with?
All right. Well, my highest recorded weight, which was 2 weeks prior to my surgery, I started my pre-op liquid diet at 326 pounds. Day of surgery, I was 305. And as of this morning, I am 159.6.
Damn.
So, so yeah, I've lost 166 pounds since my highest recorded weight and 145 pounds since surgery. So I'm pretty excited about that.
When did you have surgery?
I had surgery April 20th, 2015.
So right a little bit more than a year ago. Well, you look incredible.
Right.
And
thank you.
So because I watched your videos a while ago, I didn't remember that you were that heavy to start out with. That's like crazy. You're a total skinny bitch.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I seriously, sometimes I completely forget, once you get so far along, you're like, wow, I cannot believe it. But thankfully I have my videos and I go back on those, it's always helpful.
Yeah. I just started doing that myself this weekend to kind of get back in touch with where I came from. So we haven't been here in a really long time. So I have like 9 million community celebrations to do. So I just want to get those over with really quick. And wherever Scotty is, he's watching us because he just WhatsApped me. Where's my Evernote notes? So we haven't been on since, I think the end of June. I kind of took July for a mental health month, which was good.
I should have done the same thing. I feel like I should have done the same thing.
It really helped. I feel like it's August. I'm feeling much better now, and I can be back. So everybody posted their community celebrations, but just for the record, I want to say the ones that I already knew of before you guys posted them from my memory, just so you know I am paying attention. So the first one, I wanted to congratulate the person who was supposed to be my co-host, who isn't here, on his 1-year surgiversary, and the fact that he reached goal at 33 weeks because
he's awesome.
because whatever. So I want to give Scotty a shout out. I want to give Kirk, VSG Kirk, a shout out. He had just posted last week that he was going through some stuff, so I want to shout that out. Amy, who I don't even know what her YouTube is now. I think it's Amy Gets a 360. So Amy has had a rough week. A lot of the people in my life have been having some rough stuff going on. So I just want to send my love to her. And, you know, barring anything crazy, she's going to have her plastic surgery this coming week. So.
Oh, thank goodness. I was worrying about that. I just watched her latest video and I was like, oh my. So
Yeah.
thankfully, yay, that's great.
I heard from her this morning. Well, I heard from her early this morning. I haven't heard from her today, but as of yesterday, the plan was still to go ahead and move forward with that this week. So thrilled for her. I wanted to give a shout out to Sarah Robeson, just because I love her and because she tries so hard, and has just been struggling. And she is just like the sweetest, most fabulous person ever. And so I want to give her a shout out, tell her that I love her. And I talked to her today about coming on The Naked Truth. So sometime this month, we're going to have her on The Naked Truth. So
oh, great.
Fun. Patty, also, she wrote out her community celebration much better than I am, but I just want to throw out there that I recognized before she told me that she had maintained her goal weight for more than a year and is actually below her goal weight, and has had a couple of big, huge things happen in the last month or so, but I'll read her community celebrations. Wendy Allison, who is, I don't know, I never met her, but I feel like she's my BFF because of the way she comments on my videos. And also I feel like Andrew, her boyfriend, is my BFF too. She had her surgery. She had been waiting a long time. And when I read her community celebration, we'll know how much she lost. And then also Lindsay Fly. It is her birthday on Monday. So I want to give Lindsay. Okay, why don't we, just to break these up a little bit, how was your week?
Yeah.
Let's let you talk for a minute.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this week has totally been a mind F situation. Don't know about cursing, but
no, curse, I do.
Yeah, I have just been, late night snacking has been crazy. But other than that, personal life, it's been pretty good. I mean, I live in the Midwest, so how much can really happen? You know, I mean, I don't have a beach like you, but we've got lakes. We've got walk-in beach. We got those little fake beaches, that people make. So it's been good. It's been good. A lot of things happening with my job, trying to get me to progress. And
are you comfortable to talk about what you do and share your family?
Oh, of course. I'm pretty sure nobody really cares about me that much at that job.
I think they do. Based on the number of questions I think they do.
So I'm account service rep. I work in the retirement plan division at a national firm. And pretty much I got my Series 6 and I went and I'm licensed now to go ahead and be a rep and advisor, financial advisor. And with that said, comes with progression. So they want me to do more. And funny enough, being 160 something pounds lighter, I actually don't mind doing more. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I know.
So weird.
But yeah, the week has been good. How's your week been? I know, a little bit of something, but it looks like you've been posting a lot.
My week has been better. I think I finally passed the, I'm on the other side of the big drama of my life, which I feel like is so ridiculous at 50 years old to have been this upset over this. But I feel like I'm on the other side. It's not perfect, but I'm feeling much more like myself this week.
Good. I love your updates. I love the daily updates. I feel like because you're holding yourself accountable, it holds me accountable. I told you I got off the app.
I know. I love that you sent me that text that said go to the gym made me so happy because
it seriously inspires me. It inspires me. So I really appreciate every video you do.
Well, I need to admit that I actually slept through boot camp on Saturday. So I never sleep in. So I thought for sure I would just wake up, but I woke up and it was like 7:48 and boot camp starts at 7:30. And I'm like texting my trainer going, oops, sorry, I'll be there on Tuesday. But it really does feel great to go back. And if you guys haven't seen what Drea is talking about, is I've been doing this thing this week called One Small Step, which is just because I was like, I had an ex-boyfriend who used to call it when he was like really depressed, he was in the hole, which for him meant like this place in his couch where he sat so much, there was actually an indentation.
Sounds like my old bed for sure.
Yeah. So I have been in the hole for like almost 2 months and I needed to crawl out of it because it was just getting too ridiculous. And so the way I started to do that was make a video every day saying one thing I'm going to do that day that's been something that's sort of been hanging over my head, making me feel shitty or anxious or whatever. So, and a lot of people have joined me, and I love it. I love watching everybody's videos who are doing that. So, okay, like now let me go into these 9. I should have sent you half of these community celebrations.
I know. I feel like I should be helping somewhat. I mean, there's been so many people that have hit Wonderland that I'm like, oh my goodness, everybody.
I know.
They've been drinking the Kool-Aid apparently.
Are you on Facebook? Like I could read, we could go.
Yeah, let me go ahead.
And scroll down to, I think it's August 5th.
Yeah, let me go ahead and go.
We can do like I'll do like the first 3, I don't know, whatever. I'll start, you find it. When you find it, tell me, and you can jump in and we can trade off on them.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing, Aubrey in Wonderland is actually in Wonderland now. She hit it on her 4th month surgiversary, which is incredible. She looks amazing. She is somebody who's also doing the One Small Step things. So she is gorgeous. She was here in Southern California, and she didn't call me, just saying. Did you find it?
Oh my gosh, I'm trying.
Okay, keep really trying. So, I can't. This person messaged me and said to say a different name, and I can't remember what it was. So I'm not gonna say who said it, but I'm gonna say, I'm assuming she's Macaroni and Sleeve. So Macaroni and Sleeve got sleeved while we were on hiatus, and she's down 26 pounds since starting her pre-op, which is incredible.
Holy crap.
Okay, and these next 2 I have to say. So VS Jenny, Virginia Slaughter, who is someone I've known pre-WLS community, hit her freaking goal. So I am thrilled.
Congratulations.
She, I don't remember what her starting weight was, but it was up there. I mean, and she has done so amazingly well. And her goal was 250 pounds. She had stalled out for a little while, and she hit it, and she just looks incredible, and she's working. And I just love following her journey, particularly because I knew her before we went down this path. And then Wendy Allison, who I mentioned before, she had RNY while we were gone, and she is down 39 pounds in 5 weeks and is under 100 kilograms, which I'm not good at that kind of math.
Yeah, I cannot do that. I am so sorry. I'm so American over here. Poundage, give me poundage. Put a pound sign on the end of it.
Yeah, I think it's like 2.2 pounds, but then I think, wait, that's the 5K, that's the kilometer. So anyway.
Right. Okay, so I found it.
Okay, you want to do the next?
This 100 people list.
I know.
All right, so I'll just go ahead and say Carrie W has lost 100 pounds. OMG. And Penny did her first 5K color run. I just so want to do the color run. Have you done any of those runs before?
No, what's funny is when we went to whatever the last meet and greet was in Nashville, the first text I got from it was from Gracie, no one but me, who does not exercise. So I woke up in the morning to a text saying, have you signed up for the color run in Nashville? And it was from Gracie. And I'm like, who stole your phone? That's not for me.
Oh my gosh.
People who were in Nashville signed up for it. I'm like, you guys are so not going to want to do that. I can tell you, having been to a meet and greet, you are not going to want to get up on Saturday morning and go there. So I'm not going to pay for it. So did anybody go up there at the color run in Nashville, do you think?
Well, you know, I've heard a lot of things about Nashville. I feel like you guys had a lot more fun than just the color run. That's for sure.
Nobody went to the color run, which is what I predicted. I was like, nobody can get up and go to that. So,
let's see. Brooke James, she's hit her goal of 164 pounds, which let her down 111 pounds. She's down 100.
Like yesterday that she had surgery. I don't know.
It probably was yesterday. I feel like it's just melting off faster than you and me. That's for damn sure. Okay, so let's see. Esther is having going to Mexico to have her VSG. So that's pretty exciting. Have you ever been with anybody to go to Mexico before to get their VSG? That's really great.
Well, I know people who have, but I picked them up at the airport. We picked up Sherry, the real Share Bear, when her partner Lisa had surgery in Mexico. Patty and I picked them up in San Diego. I'm going to do the next three just because they're
okay.
So Christian Haney, I want to give her a huge shout out because she has been kicking ass on what they're calling Ghost, which is Get Our Shit Together. So we saw her in Nashville. She came back very motivated, and she and her husband Jim just started kicking ass, and she is down 20 pounds since Nashville, which was what, like June? I mean, that's
yesterday.
But that's like 3 months. 20 pounds in 3 months for someone who is as far out as she is huge. So, and she has been alcohol free for 2.5 months.
Oh, congratulations to you. Oh my goodness. And I want to apologize now. It is Sunday fun day for me, guys. So that's the reason why. Oh, see, we know.
So let's see. So Christian's down 20 pounds and Jim is down 14, which is just incredible.
That's amazing.
And then Trisha Pretty O'Neill, who I just can't, I mean, she was beautiful before she even had surgery, but every picture I see of her, her face is getting more and more sculpted. And although she introduced me to this like painting app thing yesterday that has like taken up every spare moment.
I saw that. I have not been able to download that yet.
That's not good. But anyway, she wants to celebrate all her people in the community who continue to kick ass no matter what life brings us. So
that's great.
And you know, I was being a little reflective earlier today, and I watched my video recap from 2015 that I put together, like for here, but more for my family. It was my whole life. And I saw all these weight loss surgery people. And I looked back on those pictures and knowing all the things that have happened to people this year, both good and bad. And we didn't know that any of that was coming when those pictures were taken. It just moved me at what what an amazing community this is and how we were all survivors regardless.
Right.
And then Jen Lundy, who was another person who was my friend before weight loss surgery. I can't believe it, but she is a year post-op on August 11th, which is crazy. She's down 185 pounds, and she's hoping by her birthday on August 18th to hit Wonderland. She only has 4 pounds to go.
Wow.
And how do these?
Yeah, that's like, it's going to happen tomorrow. It's just going to happen tomorrow.
Not for me, but for other people maybe. But
yeah.
Okay, why don't you do the next few?
All right, C. Jane Strink. Oh gosh, I really love her videos lately. First of all, she's so just happy and go lucky, and I love it. And anyway, so she is down over 100 pounds from her highest weight. So that's really exciting. Anna VSG, she says it's been well over 20 years since she's weighed this much. So she's hitting territory that's a little different for her, and I completely understand that. And she's hit the gym 5 times, literally. I mean,
awesome.
Seriously, congratulations on that. Let's see, Tara Short and Sleevey. She's so cute. Oh my gosh, I can't get over her.
Is that her username?
Yeah, Short and Sleevey. So she's celebrating 57 pounds lost. So, and she weighs less than her husband. OMG, I know what that feels like. Congratulations on that victory. Caitlin. Okay, seriously, Caitlin. She's beautiful. I love her.
I just started watching her recently. She is hysterical.
Yeah, she is just. Anyway, she's something else. She knows. She already knows. So she had 130 pounds down, and that is amazing. So I'm really excited for this. Congratulations, Caitlin. You deserve every pound, girl. You're doing great. So Lindsay Fly, birthday on Monday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Lindsay, I hope you have as fun of a birthday night as I did on my birthday because you were here. Visiting me then.
You're so lucky to have such great friends, Elizabeth. Seriously.
I really am. It's kind of amazing. Courtney, who doesn't shoot. Oh no, did I move away from you? May have to finish this because I just lost. Okay.
No, Courtney, she has plastics in 19 days. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And Brandy hit Wonderland. Congratulations, Brandy. Brandy Sears. she's like one of the biggest supporters. I mean, seriously, she's so great. She's such an asset to the community, seriously. So we have Lindsay. Lindsay's celebrating that she's a size 6s are too baggy. Oh my gosh, I wish I could fit my ass into a size 6. I'll tell you that now.
And I think I saw on Instagram, and I'm back, I caught up. But I think I saw on Instagram that she is normal BMI, which is amazing. And now I've never heard anybody say this before. She said she's gained back 1 of the 2 inches in height that she's lost over the years.
Yeah, I swear I'm shrinking by the minute. I swear I'm shrinking.
Really?
I think I am.
Okay, how tall are you?
I'm 5'8", so I'm pretty sure.
You're 5'8", and how much do you weigh?
Yes, I'm 159.6. The points do matter. Let's just say.
Sure. Okay, let me just, before we go on to other ones, there are a couple of comments in here. So in Drea VSG, yes, this is where you're supposed to comment. I was just distracted reading Facebook, so I wasn't paying attention. So yes. And she says she loves you, Drea. She also says good luck, Esther. And Lindsay, who were just, Lindsay Broussard, not Lindsay Fly, who we were just talking about, said, hey, you gorgeous ladies. So hey to you too. We love you. Okay, so VSG Brit Brat is now in Wonderland, 121 pounds down, which is incredible. Okay, I'm gonna read Patty's thing because it was really good. I didn't say it that well. I just said she's been in goal for a year. Yeah, she's maintained it. She did awesome. So for Patty, July 13th marked the 1-year anniversary of being at or below her goal. 2 life events, her daughter's wedding and her 30-year class reunion, and worrying about what I would wear or how I would be perceived was not even in my thought process. Truly freeing to the max. I got to live in the moment for both occasions and enjoy every second without all of the head games, which would have never happened before. And I just want to, without getting all teary, because I cry in every video now. It's like a prerequisite. But Patty put,
well, you make me cry. Like
I'm like, stop crying. My God, how do I have any tears left? But Patty posted a picture on Instagram and Facebook this week of her paddleboarding in a like bikini top, and I remembered that it just like so made me so verklempt when I saw that, because I remembered the day pre-op when we were in our Kaiser class where she had said that paddleboarding thing was one of her goals. And I messaged her and I was like, even when you said that goal, and I could believe that you would realize it, but I would never have believed you would look that fucking hot when you did realize it, you know?
Oh my gosh, when she said 30-year class reunion, I was like, no flipping way. Like, she looks amazing.
She looks
I can't wait to meet her. I really can't. She's beautiful.
And you're coming to, since we're already almost half an hour in and we haven't talked about you at all, you're coming.
That's okay. I'm all about celebrating everybody else. That's fine.
You're coming to OH.
I am. And I'm so excited. There's so many people in California and other people that are just flying in. I cannot wait. I didn't make it to the wlsfa this year. So I'm really, really excited. And I cannot wait to be in California. I can't. And it just looks like such a great time.
It will be a lot of fun. And I was going to talk about this in my video this week, but I'll say what I told Drea when she was texting me about it is, because it is so many people and so much activity, some advice for some people who are doing it for the first time is, if there are, maybe a handful of people, maybe 5 people that you want to spend concentrated one-on-one time with, make sure you think about that ahead of time and make that happen, because everything's in big groups and you can actually leave feeling like you met all these people, but you didn't have, really specific one-on-one time for people. So that was my recommendation to people. Okay, Kristen VSG, 18 months since VSG, 157 pounds down.
Congrats, Kristen.
Chrissy VSG, celebrating her 2-month surge anniversary, 22.5 inches lost and down 41.5 pounds. Jody was another one I had on my list. I forgot to say. Jody, I knew before you told me that you hit Wonderland and also that it was your birthday. So happy birthday, Jody. Rhea Reloaded, 180 pounds at goal. Well, original goal anyway. She's going to keep going, maybe another 20. So congratulations to Rhea. She's another one who's doing the one small step, which for her is a really big deal because she doesn't make videos all that often. So
oh, okay.
Often to see her. And Kim Buchanan, who I met in Chicago on around my 50th birthday. It's her birthday today. So happy birthday, Kim.
Happy birthday, Kim.
And I think we're done. Oh, wait. No. Indira broke her stall. So that's awesome.
Oh, thank goodness. And one more.
Yes.
Drea VSG, my best friend, she's 100 pounds down, and she had her surgery in April. So congratulations, wow. Paris.
That is amazing. And she's going to come with you, right, to 08.
Yeah, she is. I hope y'all can handle it because we're just a little bit crazy.
I know.
You know that feeling.
Okay, so let's talk about you.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, good. Gorgeous. All right. So what would you like to know? I guess I just go start with everything.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about what your struggle with weight was throughout your life.
Okay. So I am considered the old fat. I've been pretty much big my whole life. It started probably when my parents divorced. I didn't realize that until I lost all the weight and my head kind of got a little bit straight, a little bit. So I have been just struggling with that. And at 14, I actually went on Weight Watchers with my mom. You lose that miracle 30 and then you're kind of like, I'm done. So I've been a habitual dieter my whole life. Mm-hmm. And that's been, it kind of leads me up to this situation I'm in now and such success that I feel like I've had. And then I had just lost 100 pounds before my daughter got pregnant. Go figure. And then I lost that 100 pounds again because I gained 60 plus some with her. And I was just tired of this whole, I can lose the weight, I can't keep it off. And I know a lot of people don't like to say VSG as a tool, but it really is a tool for me. It helps me keep the weight off. It helps me from stuffing my face.
Well, that's what I know people have a big problem with saying it's the easy way out, and I don't think it's the easy way out from the perspective of you don't have to do anything, but it's a hell of a lot easier than the 9 million other things I tried before. Right.
And I was just tired of it. You get just so sick of it after a while. So I just decided to have the VSG. My mom had the lap band about 10 years ago, and I was kind of at that point, I was like, what am I going to do? And I had lost 100 pounds twice in the last 10 years. And at that point, I said, enough is enough. I'm done. I became a hermit crab. I didn't want to go out, didn't want to be seen, heard from. And at that point, I said, I'm done. And I want to change the rest of my life. And I went in there and I did all that. And within 2 months of me finally coming to that decision, I had my surgery, and it was in the past. I mean, now my life is totally different. So
what did you think? Were your thoughts about surgery before you had it different than what the reality of it was?
Definitely. Those people that said it was the easy way out, that was me. My mom had the lab and I said, this is definitely the easy way out. Like,
I just said, I should be able to do this by myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I didn't, but I had no idea.
Right. And, the thing about it is that I've been, my mom, I never thought she had a weight issue until she went and got the lap band, and she just found ways around it, which really PO'd me off. So I said, I want something more permanent. I don't want this whole, you could take it out.
Her lap band. I mean, she found ways to work.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, whenever you're eating peanut butter and syrup, ways around it. Seriously.
I mean, we could drink.
And
yeah, we can drink milkshakes all day.
So I was just like, I want something that's just going to say, I'm sorry, Drea, I can't stuff your face today like you want to. And yeah, I wanted something like that. I definitely looked a lot into the VSG, and I started watching YouTube videos because I'm an A-type personality. If you don't know that about me, I'm a very big researcher. So I looked it up, and that's how I made my decision. I said, that's what I want.
Who were some of the videos that you watched early on?
The first one I ever came across was actually Clusie L. I came across her, which is funny because I don't hear a lot of people talk about her, but that was the first one I came across.
I'm just saying, in case she's watching, I have asked I have asked through other people. I met her in Nashville very briefly, but I've asked through other people like 27 times for her to come on the show. She's the most requested person. So just
she's so funny. And I watch her all the time. And that was the first one I came across. And then I came across Lindsay, and then I came across you, and then I came across Patty, and it just like rolled from there. And I said, oh my gosh, look at all these people. I didn't think it was such a big deal, you know, like I was just like, oh, it's so secretive. And come to find out, it really is bigger than what I thought, you know. When I went in there for surgery, there was everybody in the waiting room. I thought it was going to be this little bitty waiting room and maybe 2 or 3 people. No, it was filled with people. And I said, oh my gosh, by the time 10 years comes, half America is going to have 80% of their stomach removed.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how, I mean, Lindsay definitely, she resonates with me because she's just so real and so raw. And you know, I love her.
And I want to give her a shout out to you because I know she is really struggling right now.
Yeah. We've been texting, and I feel so bad because I'm like, I don't, you know, I love her and I care about her. Yeah. And so she's great.
But so I know like the morning that I went into surgery, I was thinking, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to eat any of these things that I loved before.
That's why you have food funerals.
Huh?
That's why you have food funerals.
See,
I funeraled for like a month. I'm not even going to lie.
Because we had this, well, so they said at Kaiser that we had to lose 10% of our weight. They lied, but that's what they told us. So I didn't have any funerals because I was like worried about losing that 40 pounds.
And then you look down and you're just like, what was I thinking? Yeah,
very different than what I thought. I mean, once I had it, it was different than what I thought it was going to be. Were your expectations similar to what it was?
Yes, I knew there was a couple of things that I looked at, like whenever I was doing the whole research. I was like, oh, I could possibly be lactose intolerant after this. Oh my goodness, I could possibly not eat beef or chicken or whatever ever again. And that scared me, you know? And now it's just like, oh, what the heck was I thinking? I can,
well, that,
you know, which is scary in itself. That's scary.
Right. That's what I like about it is that you can, I mean, not everybody has this, but I can eat whatever I want, but just in very, you know,
but every day, no matter how much. The one thing that I realized after this was I thought that I wouldn't have to think about it ever again. I'd be a normal person. And in all reality, you're never a normal person. You're always that 300 and something pound woman or whatever you started. You're always that person in your head, no matter who you are. That doesn't go away. So every bite is a decision that I have to make for myself. And that's what's so different. You have to make a lifestyle out of it. You cannot just assume that I'm going to eat smaller portions and I'll be okay.
Yeah.
You know, you have to always
make that lifestyle change who are more with it. But that's interesting because I was just thinking about this yesterday. And I'm like a year. I had my surgery almost a year to the day before yours. So I'm like almost
right.
Post off. But I realized yesterday, it's like, used to be my whole life was around planning what I was going to eat. And now I don't even really think about that. I mean, yesterday I was like, oh, I'm hungry. What's in the refrigerator? Oh, okay. I can have 3 bites of this and then I'm done. And then I don't think about it again until I'm hungry again. The fact that that's my reality now is kind of crazy.
Right. Right. I feel like, you know, the thing about me is that I'm, you know, a year before you. So I'm, you know, if you think about a year ago, you were probably more like, oh, let me plan. And that's where I'm at. You know, I'm at this whole planning stage right now. So it's just so different. It's not what I thought it would be, but it's so much better than what I thought it would be. And I've always said that this surgery, whatever surgery you get, this is like you being reborn. This is your second chance. You get to start all over. You get to decide how you want your eating or your lifestyle to be. And you need to make that decision before you get the surgery so that you can be successful.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just how I feel. It's my second chance in life and I want to make the most of it.
Yeah. And that's what I appreciated about the Kaiser plan that we were on, that even though it wasn't true that we had to lose 10%, I had already integrated a lot of those habits. I'd gotten rid of junk food. I'd gotten rid of eating a lot of sugar. And I can't imagine the people who like go from like one day eating the way I was, 6 months pre-op to surgery. I would have died because I would have still had those physical addictions.
Yeah, thankfully I was on that 2-week pre-op liquid diet. And the one thing that scared the crap out of me is they were like, the percentage of people that cheat on that diet will probably not be successful after weight loss surgery. And that scared me because I'm a self-pay. I said, oh, hell no, that's not going to happen to me,
2 weeks of liquid diet, that's crazy.
That's what they said. And it scared me. They scare you out of things like don't drink soda and stuff like that. And, hey, if this was fizzy right now, I would be in heaven. Yeah. But, there's like things that they scare you. And I'm such one of those people that are like, what? No, I don't want that. And that's okay. I feel like it's okay. That little bit of fear in you, No,
totally. Okay. I'm going to switch over to Facebook to ask you a couple of questions from here so that we can get them through. And I didn't know about this, but Gretchen was telling me about it. It sounds gross, but bulletproof coffee discussed. And that is from Gretchen.
Okay, so bulletproof coffee was created by this guy, and he's made a brand of it now. Pretty much whenever you're following a more ketogenic lifestyle, which can be kind of gross to some, and you can do it while you're vegan or vegetarian, so no worries. I'm an animal eating
lover. Talk about that first. Just explain what a ketogenic is first, and then talk about bulletproof coffee.
So ketogenic diet is whenever I'm pretty much 75% of my diet comes from fat. And then it's moderate protein. So that's about 20%. And then another 5 is my carbs. So I keep my carbs super low, keep my moderate protein in high, and my fat's really high. Basically what I'm doing is I'm taking the storage, the glycogen storage is carbs. I'm depleting those, and I'm using fat as my fuel going into ketosis. So that's what the ketogenic diet is all about.
So how many grams of carbs would that be about that you're talking about?
Okay, so believe it or not, I am eating about 1,600 calories a day. And I have about 20 net carbs a day. Net carbs is whenever you take the dietary fiber and you take the sugar alcohols. There's some things with sugar alcohols, and you minus that against the carbs. So that comes out of your net carbs. And a lot of people don't believe in that. And they put their carbs higher to 30 grams. Eventually, we're all eating 20 net carbs. So that's just how I live. More low. The thing about it is when you go on this, when you have your surgery, they tell you protein first. It's pretty much the same thing. I just skip the rice and potatoes and, pastas, all the stuff that we all love. And I skip that. So bulletproof coffee. Pretty much I'm taking healthy fats, MCT oil. I like MCT oil. Some people do coconut oil.
What is what MCT oil is?
MCT oil is pretty much, it's a more compressed, or it derives from coconut oil.
Okay.
Sorry. I have all those. You ever get those little burpee kind of things? Those little, anyways, weird. It's, sorry. Squirrel. So I take that and I do a tablespoon of that, and I do a tablespoon of grass-fed butter, which is going to have my omega-3s, and it's going to be super healthy fats. And I put it in coffee with a little bit of stevia, blend it all up. It makes this great latte. I know it sounds gross. Don't knock it till you try it.
Can you put the recipe or whatever on the Naked Truth page when we're done?
Oh, of course. So I do that and I blend it all up. It makes this frothy awesomeness. And pretty much I'm going from a fasted state because I hadn't eaten until 8 p.m. the night before. And then I drink that
for 12 hours.
Yeah. And you drink that in the morning, and it's because it's a dose of healthy fat. I'm more clear in the morning. It actually knocks my cravings, believe it or not. I do still have cravings. It's all up here, but I do still have cravings, and I'm not hungry. I use it as a more meal replacement for the morning. If you don't like to fix eggs or anything in the morning, if you don't have time, make the bulletproof coffee, see how you feel. Now be careful when you first do it, because you guys know with the VSG, your stomach's smaller. And so things tend to affect you more than other normal people. So you just add the fats slowly. Start with a tablespoon of each. And then from there, start bumping it up. But I'm pretty much kicking my body into this fat burning mode in ketogenic. Now, one thing about ketogenic, and I will say this, you cannot do ketogenic and do a high carb. So because you're eating so much fat, you can't do high fat and high carb. You know what I mean?
But do you carb cycle?
So just be careful.
Why do I think you carb cycle?
I do not carb cycle. I used to have cheat days when I was doing more low carb. Oh, cheat days were phenomenal. I'm not even gonna lie about that. It was glorious. It was glorious. It was all those fat girl feelings rolled into one day. It was wonderful. And the good thing about cheat days, one thing I will say about cheat days, if you are doing low carb, be consistent 6 days a week. Give yourself that one day to have wine all day.
You have to, but
whatever you want.
It keeps your system guessing and stops it from slowing down.
Not only that, it keeps your head good. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're constantly being like, I want a pretzel, I want a donut, I want this, you know, and you want those things. It doesn't stop. That's one thing that stops here, but it doesn't stop here. Right. So you want those things and you need to feed into those things, because if you don't, you're going to binge. And when you binge, that's not fun. We feel like crap. We feel like we failed. But if you give yourself that one controlled day to eat whenever the heck you want, then you're like, I did it. I kicked my ass all day, all this week, and I get this one day. Now, because I'm doing more ketogenic, it kind of hurts when I do something like that. When I eat carbs, it doesn't feel good.
It doesn't, yeah.
I feel tired. I feel groggy. I don't want to do anything. So I keep myself in that ketogenic ketosis mode. Ways that you can know you're in ketosis is by the fact that you are craving more fats. Whenever you're craving food, you're craving an avocado or coconut oil or steak. I crave steak.
And there's also these little strips you can buy and PM them, and they will tell you if you're in ketosis.
Yeah, and they do say those are good. You got to be careful though, because if you drink enough water, it'll dilute your pee. Of course, we all know that. So then it'll make you look like you're not really in ketosis, but you really are. So you've got to keep yourself in that healthy ketosis. But yeah, so that's the one thing I've kind of migrated to. My energy's been up, and my hormones. The other day, and it does regulate your hormones. The other day, I was craving fruit, and I had to look it up. I'm like, what is going on? And it actually says that the reason why I'm craving fruit is because my hormones are balanced.
Mm.
I did not know that. Well, anyway, so I researched, so.
So Rhea Reloaded asks, are you afraid you can't sustain this lifestyle in perpetuity?
No.
You can.
And the reason why is because I don't live in fear.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in fear. I've been living in fear for the last 31 years of my life. You cannot live in fear. You live in fear, it stresses you out. You know, if you lost the weight, congratulate yourself. Be happy with the person you are. And I just feel like if I keep living in the past and saying, oh gosh, what's going to happen next? It's going to cause me more stress. Stress makes me eat, and cortisol. And I don't want that in my belly.
100%. Absolutely agree with that. And I'm not like strictly keto like you are, but that's primarily that's what it sort of ends up being, with every once in a while you have a donut or some pasta or some rice. And I mean, I have to say it's almost shocking to me, because I have not, for probably almost the past year, I have not been 100% on point. But because those habits are ingrained in me, and that's what I crave. I crave protein and produce.
See, that's great. That's great. I mean, really, you just go for it. Like, and I was telling Lindsay the other day, I said, you want seconds? That's okay. Sorry. Like, if you want seconds, that's okay. Go back for the protein. Go back for veggies. Hell, eat cauliflower and ranch. That's one of my favorite things to eat at nighttime.
Yeah, and so many people are afraid of fats, and that's really not something I'm afraid of at all.
The low fat and the fat free, all they're doing is taking those healthy fats out and replacing them with carbs and sugar. That's all they're doing. So go for the full fat. It's okay. Now, full fat milk, stay away from that. But I mean, like,
okay, so we have like 15 minutes left, and I've asked.
Okay, sorry.
One question from Facebook. Okay, so from SJ, who came to visit me 2 weeks ago. I think she was here visiting me.
You're so lucky.
I am so lucky.
Oh, you're so lucky. She's gorgeous, and she's awesome.
It's so gorgeous, and I want her hair. But anyway, so she has 3 questions. How does your fine ass stay so motivated to work out?
The community, YouTube videos. Honestly, working out does not come as easy as what people might think. Just because I look fit doesn't mean I'm really that fit. You know, I mean, to be honest, I work out 2 to 3 times a week. I think you have to do what's best for you. And not working out is just not an option. So I know that I have to work out at least 3 times a week. It makes my body happy. The scale looks happy. My body loves it. So I think the community has held me accountable doing YouTube videos.
What's your workout routine?
I really like doing circuit training. I love Jillian Michaels' 30-Day Shred. Everybody knows that I will bless that woman. She is amazing. It's 20 minutes. That's all I need. I need jumping jacks, sit-ups, whatever. I need that. I don't want the constant. I love ellipticals. I do. But that's not going to give me that. Really? Oh, I do. I know. Weird. Hey, NSV, I never thought I would ever say that in my life.
Exactly. Love ellipticals. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes such a difference in your body shape. And if I didn't believe that before the last 6 months, I totally believe it now, because I have not really gained weight, but my body really from not working out the way I used to. But I'm back at it. So okay, from SJ2, your 5 favorite keto foods that keep you satiated and successful.
Eggs, avocado, bacon, cheese.
Steak. No, that's not.
Oh my gosh. Oh, peanut butter. Oh gosh, we all know peanut butter. I love peanut butter.
Oh, steak is better than peanut butter, though.
2 tablespoons of peanut butter and I'm good to go. That's so NSV right there.
Okay. And she also asked, as did Indira in her question just now, any plans for plastics or skin removal?
Yes, definitely. I have that dreaded mother's apron. And I was showing my husband the other day, I was like, look, if I pinch it, it just stays like Play-Doh, like it's just all skin. And I got blessed with these awesome arms. I know it looks kind of skinny right now because I got this awesome shirt on, but I've got my mother's arms, and my butt is now touching the back of my thighs. So, so yes, plastics are definitely in it. Oh, and my boobs. We all know the tatas were my identity. And now that they're gone, I don't even know who I am anymore, you know? Like, I was talking about the other day, somebody was like, I got out of a speeding ticket because I used my boobs. I said, if that officer came to me, they'd be like, look here, little boy, I need your license.
I think I'm the only person in the weight loss surgery community who, for some reason, my boobs have gotten bigger after surgery.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how
bless you. Goodness gracious.
Why that happened, but I don't know. It's great. So Karen or Corrine Bridgewater says that you are such an inspiration to her. That is all.
Oh.
I want to get through, because we're tied on time. I want to get through everybody's questions first.
Okay.
So I'm going to do these first, and then if we really, so Brandy Odell Sears says, not really a question, but a statement. You were probably on my top inspirational list. You always answer questions, give hope, and encourage us all. Your beauty is so much deeper than the outside. Keep working hard. I'm your biggest cheerleader.
Thank you.
And Patty had a really good question too. She said, I'm especially attracted to and love your positive vibe. Even when things are challenging you seem to stay in a productive headspace. Will you share what habits, self-talks, motivational gratitude drugs, LOL, etc. that keep you from going to a dark place?
Here's my drug right here. I'm just kidding. Patty, oh my gosh.
And she's so positive too.
I know. Let's just say this. I look like a crazy person. I talk to myself as in like when I'm on the treadmill and I'm running, which that's new. I literally say, you got this, you got this. And I say it out loud. And even though I don't sound like screaming at myself, but I do say it. You got this. I know that sounds weird, but you've got to be your biggest cheerleader. You have to love yourself. And that's what gets me going. I love myself. I loved myself at 326. I didn't like the person I was becoming, but I loved myself. And I love myself now. And I hate to say it, I'm my biggest cheerleader. I really motivate myself.
Please. No, but Brandy just said she was your biggest cheerleader. Are you sure you want
she's something else, that's for sure. I have her on speed dial when I'm going crazy, that's for sure.
Okay, so Gretchen has another question, and she actually texted me that she had to go to sleep because she was exhausted, so she'll watch this tomorrow. But she asked, what is something you've wanted to do activity-wise since losing weight that you haven't accomplished yet?
Zip lining.
I want to do that.
I have not.
I know. Can you find a place to do that while you're here, and we'll do it together?
Okay, yeah, that would be great.
I don't know. Place near here.
And do it at like Fremont. Wouldn't that not be cool? Yeah. We should so do that. I really want to do that. I went to Colorado and I want to go hiking. I thought that would be kind of cool. Those are some NSVs that I would love to accomplish sometime.
Okay, so what are your favorite NSVs that you have accomplished already?
Getting up the stairs without being winded. I'm just kidding.
Crazy. So crazy. I have like lots of stairs up to my apartment, and today I was like, you know, I don't even think about this. Before, it would have been like, I couldn't have moved here.
I know, it's only 5 stairs. Could I get a break in between? Goodness gracious. I was really contemplating on putting one of those little chairs on, you know, like, but I just said, let me just get a VSG. So I would say I rode a horse, and that was, there's so many weight limitations out there, and it just sucks. I really love the riding the horse. I think that was one of my biggest ones that I've had so far.
Awesome. Okay, Chloe Gibson says, you've mentioned you have aspirations of pursuing a career helping others find the healthy lifestyle you have found. Please describe how changing your relationship with food and exercise has changed your self-confidence and personal goal setting.
Oh my gosh, Chloe's so freaking, she's so smart. Like, why does she have to give me these smart questions? Let's see. I would say that since I've lost the weight, and I've said this, before I lost the weight, I didn't want to do anything outside of my normal job. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to sit in a cubicle, not be seen, whatever. My next goal is to be out there client facing. And that's huge for me. I mean, I know you do that, and kudos to you, but that's always been like
very different now than it was before, for sure.
Talking about people in the 401k industry, we're talking about huge corporations that I have to go in front of their CEOs or in front of 500 people and talk. That is huge, and I actually want to do it. So that's how it's changed. I definitely, after having weight loss surgery, I have felt like I've always wanted to be a nutritionist, but I didn't want to be a nutritionist that was 326 pounds. That doesn't make any damn sense. You know, that's like a doctor that has stents, you know, like he's been to the doctor, you know, he just was in the emergency room yesterday because he had a heart attack. That don't make no damn sense. So I was like, I definitely wanted to be a fit nutritionist. Like I've always been into nutrition and helping others achieve. Now I know what it feels like. I want them to have what I have now, you know? So I feel like losing the weight has helped me with that.
Okay, so because how did this hour go by so fast?
Because I talk too much. That's what the problem is.
Because there were like 9 million. But I'm going to try to like condense some of these questions. But but what have been your mental mind fucks so far, and how have you dealt with them?
Oh my gosh, mental mind fucks. Oh, this whole last week was a mental mind fuck. You know, the biggest ones that I've had was the amount of food. Mm-hmm. You know, whenever you're making like 2 or 3 eggs and then you only get through half of that and you're like, what the hell is this? Like, who is this now? You know, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter when I used to eat probably half the jar. Not even.
You find though that, I mean, I find that I really want to make my plate with all that food, and it's fine if I don't eat it, but I feel like I'm deprived if I don't give myself what I think I
Right. You know what was a mind fuck? Lindsay Fly's latest freaking picture of that she had 1 tablespoon of each thing on her. That's a mind fuck for me. I'm like, who the hell is going to eat that? Like a tablespoon of each thing? That's crazy. Like, I just thought to me, my whole plate, everything would have been mashed together. Everything's touching, overloaded, you know, stuff like that. It's just
Touch, really?
yeah, all my food touches. I'm Hispanic and I just mix everything together. Everything just tastes better if it's together anyways.
So how do you deal with whatever those mental mindfucks are?
How do I deal with the fact that I can't eat everything?
You have head hunger?
I'm sorry?
You have head hunger?
Yes.
How do you
all the time. I deal with it. Do I deal with it?
I don't know.
That's a hard one. I mean, it really, I'll tell you, I have to seriously sit there and I have to be real with myself and say, it's all in your head. You're not really hungry. And I will tell you, I'm a crazy person. I talk to myself internally, that one. And I say that this is not real. This is, you are not hungry right now. Move on, drink a bottle of water. And that's just how I deal with it. And it'll never go away. That'll never go away.
Yeah.
That's what's sad about it. But it, you know.
I guess I feel like I don't really have head hunger. I have actual real hunger. So I think people who don't have hunger might have, do you have hunger? I mean, do you actually experience hunger?
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah. And it's not, but it's not hangry, you know. Before it was like, don't even talk to me if I'm hungry, you know. Now it's like.
It's hangry if I can't satisfy it in 30 minutes.
See, I eat 5 times a day. So most of the time, the only problem that I'm having is that on the weekends, I'm hungry at those 3-hour intervals. Not even if I ate at 8:59, at 9:01 or 9:02, I'm like, oh, you need to eat. I don't really need to eat. That's a head hunger,
right.
You know, but the hungry signals, they do come in. That's why I have the bulletproof coffee in the morning at 6 a.m. At 9 a.m. I'm ready to eat something.
Yeah.
I've got to eat, but I only eat a half cup at each serving. So.
Okay. So Drea VSG popped in to say, hi, Drea. I just wanted to run in and say hello before I missed my opportunity. Love you, girl.
Hi.
And Lindsay Broussard said she also loves Clusie, and she was the first one she watched. So Clusie, if you're watching, you really need to come be a guest, right?
Yes. Stop your blogs. Get on the Naked Truth.
Exactly.
Just for one day.
Just one day. And I'll have Grace come with you if you want. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Okay, you could do it all over again. Is there anything you would do differently?
I used to say I would have gotten it done sooner, but I feel like I would be too immature and my husband probably wouldn't have had a chance with me.
Totally.
I'll be honest. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I can barely handle it at 50, so God knows what would happen if I would have done it.
I know. Oh my goodness. I'd probably be living in California. So yeah, I feel like the only thing that I would probably do over would be that's a tricky question. I have not had any real regrets as of yet. I really haven't. I don't regret any day, anything I do. I feel like I've lived in regret. 31 years I've lived in regret. I'm done, you know? So I really feel like everything I've done, I maybe would have followed more people on YouTube and reached out a little bit more, or I would have told people at work, because that's the most uncomfortable feeling ever.
Oh, so were you in the closet about it? About your weight?
At work? I mean, hell, I'll tell the cashier at Walmart now. I'm okay with it now. But at work, I wish I would have told people, because it's so uncomfortable. Oh my gosh, how much have you lost? I feel like you just lost it overnight. I'm like, no. So
my favorite work thing, because I'm a consultant. I work mostly from home. So there are people that there are people who are part of my work that I only may see every couple of months. But my funniest thing was after I'd lost 100 pounds and I was seeing some of our researchers who I hadn't seen in a long time. Like, something's different. Did you get a haircut? 100 pounds.
Yeah, they just snipped it off right there. I just trimmed up my edges. Goodness gracious.
But I guess it's different when you see people every day. Okay, well, you are amazing. I like you even more than I thought I would.
Well, that's a blessing.
And I can't wait for you to come visit us here very soon. That's like 6 weeks from now, right?
Yes, I'm excited. The end of September. So I'll be there from the 28th, 29th, and then I'm going to leave on the 2nd of October. So
awesome. So we do these inside the WLS studio questions at the end. So even though it's 6 o'clock, I'm going to go ahead and do these because this is my favorite part.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Okay.
What's your favorite word?
Love.
What's your least favorite word?
Moist.
Why do people hate that word so much?
Oh, because it goes so dirty. It gets so dirty in my head. You don't know what's happening up here. I keep that kind of on the low. My husband doesn't even know half the time. Shoot.
I think that may be the most selected word for this.
Oh, and in the weirdest, like, just hearing somebody like, oh, it was so moist. Ooh, no.
What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Oh, gosh. Funny people. I love people that make me laugh.
What turns you off? Moist things. No, go ahead.
Shoot. Maybe. So no, I would say people that think that they are better than everybody else, that they deserve more than everybody else. I don't know.
What's your favorite curse word?
Shit.
What sound or noise do you love?
Babies laughing.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Little kids talking like that little baby voice that they do. My daughter does it sometimes. I'm like, no. I know that sounds horrible. I'm like, no. You know, Bad Moms. I'm gonna so watch that movie. I need to. I hate the like I hate that.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
I would love to be a nutritionist.
I was gonna say you already sort of touched on that. What profession would you not like to do?
Yeah. I would not like to be, oh gosh, I cannot take care of older people. Like I know that sounds horrible. I cannot change diapers or bathe them. Kudos to Paris. Paris does that. Kudos
for her job.
Oh gosh, yes. Kudos to anybody that does that. I love you guys. Thank you for taking care of my mom in the future.
If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
You did good.
And you did. And I'm so grateful for you for coming on tonight. I have totally enjoyed this. It went very fast. I didn't get like half of my questions, but that's okay. We got through everybody else's questions. Next week, it's going to be me and Nirvana, just the two of us talking about sort of like the mental health stuff that comes up around this. And then I don't know because I haven't scheduled it because I took July off as a mental health month. So, but we'll figure that out.
We'll be talking about it next month.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It'll be fine. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you.